Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is about to begin in 2 minutes. We will be going ahead and sharing Chris Liepe. Make sure you go ahead to youtube.com/Angified and check out Chris Liepe. Check out his links. Also go to use his YouTube, his TikTok, his Facebook, and more. Free vocal lessons, folks. That's right. Plus, he's got some great tracks to work on as well. Let's also go ahead and check out Aviva Sings OUt. You're not going to want to miss her. She has some great music that she had done pre-recorded for all of us. So I hope you guys all tune in to share the love. We'll be starting in a moment. Don't forget to come back at 10 o'clock if you guys decide that Chris Liepe and Viva are not your cup of tea, even though I think you're going to love them. But at 10 o'clock, we will be going ahead and rolling out with the upside of hurt. Thanks again for tuning in. Let's begin. Tune in for Tuesday here on Angified Presents. We all may be different, with opinions and beliefs. But at the end of the day, we are brothers and sisters. We are family. We ask that you join us in a magical journey with artists from around the world.
I love you, oh loves. Do you have those? Do you wanna share them with me? I love you, oh loves. Oh, do you have those? I'd like to share mine with you. Can we share?
Rawr.
9 times out of 10, when I work with a vocalist who complains about getting tired too quickly or wants to improve their vocal stamina, the first thing they do is they point to their throat. I get tired here. Really, you're not getting tired. You're just leaning in to tension that shouldn't be there in the first place. You will exponentially increase your vocal stamina if you learn to focus your mind's attention on facial resonance and lower, downward focused support. Think this motion. Experience the sound vibrating in your face, vibrating in your mask, and the effort of you pushing down, poop muscle level support. This is going to take your focus off of this area and free you up for where your power is coming from and where the sound is exiting. This is going to not only improve your stamina, but your power and your ability to express as well.
Cells are dying, cells are rejuvenating. Everything about us is changing constantly based on our environment, based on our experiences, based on what we're eating. So you know you're going to change anyway. So how do you see criticism as like a nudge instead of a kick in the face? How do you see criticism as love instead of something to fear? That has to do with a knife that already might be in your heart that's getting pushed deeper because you haven't done the work to take it out in the first place. So the first thing is removing all these knives that are unjustly in you, that have like tortured you, that have put you on this cross of that you did not deserve just because someone else wanted to hurt you. Someone else put that knife in you. And because you have not removed it, any kind of brushing against it, even if it's love, hurts so much that you have intimacy problems, that you have anger issues. Criticism is just like a blowing wind, but the knife is what's really hurting you. So that's part of it, is get out that, I'm calling it vein heart pain. It's not like vain because it's really real that you have these issues to deal with, but you have to remove it so that you, first of all, are able to feel your bliss and love and lovability regardless of who you're around. And then when you're around other people, if they say something that is not so loving, it won't be as dramatic or traumatic because you are so cushiony. Like all your direct energy around you is like this beautiful cushion that if it presses against you, you feel snuggled and loved instead of like dying from a sharp knife pain. It's like knowing you can find shelter from that windiness outside, knowing that you have a cozy shelter to come home to instead of feeling like being caught in that windstorm is going to be the end of you.
We've all got things that we do in our singing that we wish we could kick. Whether it's singing too loud, pushing into tension instead of releasing it, striving, reaching for notes, wallowing in fear, comparison, swallowing your sound, over-practicing, only having one way to sing, or using one tone because you think that's the good tone. These are all bad habits that are awfully difficult to kick if you're trying to actually kick them. We need to use thought replacement therapy, or in this case, now hear me out, action replacement. We're going to be using action replacement techniques to get rid or start getting rid of these habits. If you like my way of teaching and you'd like me to come alongside you and be your vocal coach, the best place to start is by clicking the link below in the video description and joining my free course. All right, I have 10 activities that I do regularly, and you should too, to make sure that your bad habits don't get the best of you. And be sure to watch all the way to the end because I'll explain what ties all these things together in a nice, pretty neat way so that you can start to get to work on replacing these bad habits, bad mindsets with good things. This top 10 list is going to seem like it has nothing to do with singing, but it has everything to do with singing. Number 10, weightlifting. You will be able to kick bad habits in your singing if you pursue regular weightlifting. We're not talking about being Arnold Schwarzenegger or The Rock. We're talking about mindful strength training that teaches you how to listen to your body as you engage your muscles. Balance, coordination, proper engagement of muscles to the point of fatigue so that you know what your body is capable of, when it gets tired, when you feel good, what it feels like to feel good, what it feels like to feel tired. You learn so much about how your body feels and how to listen to your body by engaging in mindful weight training. Careless weight training can really screw you up, but mindful, oh man, it is a huge, huge tool for your singing. Number 9, wine tasting. Making a habit of immersing yourself in the different flavors and aromas of different wines. They don't even have to be expensive wines. You're training your body and your mind to notice subtleties. This is incredible for singing because as we train our body and mind to notice nuance and pay attention and react to nuance, this discipline, being developed by tasting wine, can really infiltrate your ability to notice nuance in your own voice. You really start to get a sense of not good and bad, but different and cool and all things useful. Number 8, and hear me out on this, don't click away, let me explain. Learn to drive a manual transmission car and learn to enjoy it. Learn to embrace it. I know this might be not as simple as just picking up some weights or tasting some wine, but surely someone's got a friend or a parent somewhere that has a manual transmission you can try. The physical engagement and playfulness you have with a car that's a manual transmission, learning how to slip the clutch just right but not too much to get into that first gear, and then being attentive to where your RPMs are, what the grade of the hill is and when you should shift and the sweet spot of the engine in this manual transmission car. It's a dance you have with this machine. I've learned a lot about switching between different registers and resonances and placements in my voice by comparing the feel that I get in my manual transmission car to the way I feel when I access different parts of my voice. It's uncanny, the similarities. Number 7, get a massage. Why get a massage? How does that help with singing? Well, unlike weight training and some of the other ones we've talked about, with massage, you don't have to actively do anything except for simply notice. Engaging the mind to simply notice different things about how your body feels at rest. This is super important, and it's actually really helpful for free breathing in singing. If you can let yourself get a massage and focus on your breathing, whatever it is, while you're getting a massage, you learn that tension can sort of escape passively from your body instead of actively. Actively releasing tension is good, but passively releasing tension is even more valuable. And if you can tie these things together, oh, it's so cool. Number 6, give a massage. It's an interesting phenomenon when you get massages and then you give a massage, even if you're not a professional masseuse, who cares? You can focus on what you experience while you have a massage, while you're giving another person a massage. And that helps you give away an experience, which is what we should be doing when we sing. We should be giving away an experience that we understand and that we relate to, that's happening in our body, and sharing that with others. And by getting a massage and then making notes about how we feel when different parts of our body is worked on and being attentive to our breath while we do that, when we then give that experience away to someone else, there's magic that happens, and that this is a shared experience that happens. You know how you feel, and you can give that away to someone else. Number 5, watch cartoons and imitate the voices you hear. No strings attached, no expectations. And this is best done with people younger than you. Cartoon characters have been one of the main things that has freed my voice from static, boring singing. If we can enjoy a show, enjoy silly cartoons, and imitate these sounds, you will accidentally stumble on, I'm not exaggerating, dozens of techniques for your singing that you've been trying to master for a long time but could never quite get there. This is because we've separated the need to perform and be good with pitch and all these other things, breathe right, all that stuff, and we're freely experimenting and playing with variety in our voice while being inspired by completely off-the-wall, silly characters. Number 4, prepare and share a nice meal. No, don't go out to dinner, at least for this particular exercise. Spend time crafting and preparing your ingredients, measuring things out, being attentive to how things are supposed to be cooked, the balances and the different flavors. Create this meal and then slowly share it with someone. We begin to understand to a greater degree what it means to share music with someone else and share music that you have made with someone else. The parallels are, they're inseparable. Number 3, fast. Yes, I know I just talked about eating, but fasting is an incredible way to notice different things about your body, especially as the arc of a 24-hour fast happens. Fasting has been an incredible tool for me for performance anxiety, also for recentering how I think about different areas of my body, how I engage my breath, how I release and sometimes store tension. Fasting exposes a lot of these things. As you start noticing the different stages of hunger and the different stages of abandon and detachment that happens during a 24-hour fast, especially when you start doing it regularly and becoming more familiar with these things that you start to notice, It's amazing how those same sorts of things bleed into how you practice your singing. Number 2, journal. Yes, keep a journal and have it with you all the time. Not putting notes in on your phone. Get an old silly notebook and write things down. We let things pass through our brain so much because we take in so much information all the time that we let inspiration and new ideas and how we're feeling never really be addressed. And if you've got something to write on when you think you might have an idea, maybe it's lyrics for a song, maybe it's has nothing to do with music, maybe you're just processing how you're feeling about something and noticing something. If you can get in the habit of writing down how you feel, how you think, what you think about, what you notice, and do it in sort of a spontaneous way, your thoughts and your thought disciplines are going to take on a whole new level of meaning because stuff doesn't become as fleeting. Knowing yourself is the essence of great art because it allows you to express yourself better. And when you can do that in a non-judgmental way, you can sing a lot better. Believe me, this is so huge, way more important than any singing exercise. Journal, number 2. And number 1, take a nap. Yes, lay down on your favorite couch or your favorite happy place. Don't put a podcast on. Don't read. Don't do anything else except for lay down, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and rest. Even if you don't fall asleep or you don't fall asleep for as long as you'd like to, focus on giving yourself the permission to literally do and think less. I didn't say nothing because it's awfully hard to think about nothing, almost impossible to think about nothing. But if you are laying down and pushing out all the other things you need to do, all the other things you need to accomplish, and stop striving, a nap can be the perfect way to recenter and refocus so that you can engage in the creative things that you want to do. Yes, singing. All of these activities share this. They are ways for you to practice being present to your body, present to your experience at hand, present to what's happening in your mind as you release and learn to enjoy and notice without judging. These are things that I've talked about on the channel a lot, but oftentimes it's hard to separate yourself enough from your voice to develop these habits. If you can start developing these good habits with activities that don't have anything directly to do with singing, you will notice that when you approach your singing, how you think, how you act, how you enjoy, how you notice, how you experience is going to bleed in to how you relate to your own art in your voice. Thanks for watching. Again, if you'd like more help with your own singing specifically, click the link below and join my free course. We'll see you for more. Really, there are only 2 things you need to make sure you do as a vocalist if you want to be a successful singer. The first is constantly put yourself in what may seem like initially uncomfortable situations. Things that address the fears you have about using your voice and about people hearing your voice. Then the second is constantly invite people in to the experience that you have with your voice. Singing is an experience. It's not merely a sound, or it's not merely an instrument. It's an experience. It's a bodily experience. It's a spiritual experience. And so if you're bringing others into this and giving them that opportunity to relate to you in that way, you will relate to them. You will draw them in because of your giving spirit. This is all you need, these 2 things, to be successful as a singer.
And I'm almost live on YouTube. Here I am. How's it going, y'all? I'm doing an earlier stream tonight. Thanks for the thumbs up already. You're so nice. Where'd I go? So Sunday Night Live is coming to an end. I think it's time for a new chapter as far as not doing it every week. Oh, dang. What's going on with the OBS? Do I have to have it open? The OBS stream is getting really weird on sessions. It looks like I'm this weird. Oh, yeah, I think I have to keep it open. Yeah, that was really cool. It looked like I was like a Van Gogh painting for a second. But yeah, I think I might just do once a month or just whenever, because I'm just doing too much in my life and I have to like cut back some things because I'm not reaching my deadlines. Like I have so many things, so many videos I'm in the middle of that I really need to finish editing. So, and I just need to chill. Like I need a day off. But for the rest of March, I'm going to have some live shows scheduled. And then in April, we're going to chill out. Because it's April. You got to chill out in April, right? So any requests for our first song? I'm trying to get this so I can see the chat boxes everywhere because I'm streaming in a couple of places. Any requests? Any requests? Any requests? Beautiful people. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. Like I was rushing around running errands to get to here. So like I feel like I'm not giving you my 100%. And if I'm not going to give you my 100%, I just don't want to give it to you, you know? I want to give you my 500%. And if I can't do that on Sundays, I need to scale it back, you know? So, take my hair down. All right, and daddies. What are we going to start with? I don't know. I need your help. Tell me what you want me to play. I don't know what I want to play. I'm not feeling inspired. I'm not giving you my 100%. I guess we can do the good old just open the Sunday Songwriting Bible book, see where it lands. Hey, Diane. I'm in a cheesy mood, I tell you. What? Gator on board. What does that mean? Is that a Florida gator? Too much queso, not enough peso. Hey, Jabri. I still don't know what time we're going to do class tomorrow. So I'm going to send out a newsletter. So if you're not in my newsletter, you're right, Diane. If you're not in my newsletter, send me your email. I'm looking for my alligator song. I cannot find it. I'm doing okay, Jebri. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with all the projects I'm in the middle of, including Key of You, my album, which I like don't even have a clear plan on how to finish it now. All right. I want to sing the Virginia song. I haven't sung that one in a while. It always rains overnight in Virginia. I can't see it, but I know it's there. 'Cause I can sense the misty. I can hear the thunder, I can sense the misty morning through my frizzy hair. I wake up in the morning and I'm hungry. Hungry for a new start to my day. I know my dreams were watered. I can feel those seeds growing through my heart, ready to play. It always rains overnight in Virginia. I can't see it, but I know it's there. 'Cause I can hear the thunder, I can sense that misty morning running through the garden, through my hair. And we say, oh, oh, yeah. And we say, oh, oh, oh. And we say, oh, yeah. Hey, Angified. I think I'll go to lunch at Jam and Java. Listen to the banjo and the steel. Get up and dance the two-step with my old friend Joe. Strum on my guitar and spin the wheel. It always rains overnight in Virginia. I can't see it, but I know it's there. 'Cause I can feel the thunder, I can sense that misty morning coming through the garden, through my hair. And I can see the mountains in the distance. The blueberry and apple crunch I'll keep. The stars are right above me and yet closer still. The ocean or the beach sings me to sleep. It always rains overnight in Virginia. I can't see it, but I know it's there. 'Cause I can sense that thunder, I can feel that misty morning coming through the garden, through my hair. And we say, oh, yeah. And we say, oh. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I'm glad I popped in here 2 hours earlier than usual, Jabri, so you can hang around. You want your ocean song, Diane? You always request that one. Aww. Y'all are giving me energy. I appreciate that. I can feel your energy. It's been draining talking to the legislators and making videos about it. I gotta post that, my latest testimony on Tuesday. I don't know why I'm waiting. Because it's a lot of work. Copying the link, editing and stuff. I just want to thank you all so much for listening to me on the radio the other night and on Spotify. Y'all, in February, I gained over 200 more listeners on Spotify. I didn't even have 200 to begin with. So I feel like that causes for celebration. Will you celebrate with me and eat something yummy? Anyway, the bells are ringing because we're celebrating. The ocean always breaks the tie of my inner struggles. Tying is losing, both sides wanna win as I jump in their puddles. Tying is losing, I don't always get those well-deserved cuddles. Tying is losing, but I allow my confidence to win as I jump in mama's winter snuggles. We can win. Mama, mama. Thank you, Diane. Mama Ocean. That gives me motivation to share. Mama, mama, mama Ocean. Mama, mama, my ocean. Oh, she heals me with her bath of emotion. Insecurities melt away. Oh, oh, oh. With reality of her sway. Oh, oh, oh. Waving me into a dancing stool. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Out the mind and all I'm going through. Oh, 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 mama, ocean. Mama, ocean. earrings, Jabri. Mama, mama, my ocean. Oh, she heals me with her bath of emotion. All right, sing it with me. Soothing my every pain, tumbling, crashing down. Listening as I complain, she cannot let me down, lifting me up so high. She cannot let me down, no. Mama, 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 ocean. Mama, 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 ocean. Mama, 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 ocean. Oh, she heals me with her bath. The Tower of Babel is babbling on and 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 on. She's babbling on and 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 on. And on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh, he is babbling on and 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 on. Do you babble on too? The Tower of Babel is babbling on and 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 on. He's babbling on and 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 oh, she is babbling on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Do you babble on too? Mama, 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 ocean. Mama, 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 ocean. Mama, 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 ocean. Mama, 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 ocean. Mama, 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 ocean. Oh, she heals me with her bath of emotion. Mama ocean. All right. For our last song, let's do a healing song. Okay? Let's play our drums. Oh shit. Excuse my language. I just stepped on this poor tuner. It keeps on getting more and more cracks in it. Goodness gracious. Aw. Oh, we got people on sessions. Hey, Metal Zombie. Hey, Joseph Polo. Adidia. Om Grini Surya. 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 Aditya. Om Grini Surya. Aditya. Close your eyes. All right, what other kinds of energies do you need right now? What kind of good energy do y'all need? Talk to me. Digestion stuff. What do you need? Hey, Zoe. What's up? Hey, Safar. How about I send you some protective energy with this next song? You are protected, and you are loved. You are protected from heaven above. You are protected, and you are loved. You are protected from heaven above. All my dreams, sun is good, I am not my all my dreams, sun is good, I am now my You're protected. You are loved. 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 Think of something you need and hear this chant. It will strengthen you to get what you need. Hebrew. Elohim Gibor. 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 Feel the protection from every direction. Feel the protection from every direction. You're like a hand in the glove. Feel the protection from every direction. You're like a cozy bug getting a hug. Feel the protection from every direction. 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 Feel it in. Filling up all the cracks, all the holes with your gold. Thank you, Zoe. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful night. Mwah. I will message you as far as what time class is tomorrow on YouTube. Aviva Sings Out, youtube.com, Aviva Sings Out. Once again, thank you for any tips on my Cash App, $AATFP. If you want, everything helps me, even a penny from heaven. And thank you for listening to me on Spotify. I've got over 200 new listeners in February, and I'm excited to see that keep on growing. It means so much to me. Mwah. Good night, love. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Chris Liepe here with how to develop and hone your vibrato. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. You're so beautiful to me. It's been said many times that you don't find your vibrato, it finds you. What does that mean? It means that if you try to find your vibrato, particularly by doing something that you think someone else is doing with their vibrato, you will harbor too much tension based on expectation to do what you want to do. In other words, you trap your voice by pursuing vibrato, and then anything that you do sounds forced or contrived. I know that you can relate if you've ever tried to find your vibrato. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to let your vibrato find you. The key is you have to be super open to being completely ridiculous, and you have to be completely non-judgmental as you're starting to dial in some of these sensations that I'm going to show you. Also, if you don't understand how to use your breath support correctly, you will never, ever, ever get vibrato. Your vibrato will never find you. You'll be lost. You must have an understanding, a fundamental understanding of how to manipulate your airflow in a healthy way that doesn't cause tension all over your range. Then your vibrato may find you if you follow what I'm showing you in this video. Click the link below and join my free course, and I'll help you dial in your support so that this stuff, finding your vibrato, is going to make more sense and you can participate more confidently. The first thing we're going to do here is belly laugh, okay? We're going to say ha, but we're not just going to say ha 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 ha. We're not going to do that. You can't be reserved. You have to give a real big belly laugh. Now notice, when I'm doing that, I'm letting a lot of air out on the H. I'm actually running out of breath really quickly. But when I engage my vocal cords, there's this sense of it's a loud, projected sound. Do this first, and then we're going to dial back the extremes, both in how much air we're letting out and how loud we are belly laughing when we engage our vocal cords. Okay, that's the extreme. Next, now there's this sense that I'm bouncing like this, and I'm restraining the amount of air that I'm letting out on the H. And my stomach is still bouncing. Now we're working in stages here. Remember that. This is not the final output. But I'm practicing this sort of restrain thing, but I'm not restraining here. I'm restraining my air. In other words, I'm not going, ha, 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 ha. I'm not trying to manipulate the sound from here at all. I'm letting the airflow come up like this, and then I'm giving shorter, less puffs. Then we want to eliminate the H altogether. And I feel my stomach doing this. Now, I'm not tense at all here, but my support system's pretty tense. Okay. What's really interesting about this is that if I start holding out a note and letting this convulsion in my lower body continue, now the key is I'm moving around the note as I'm doing things, right? I'm not just staying here. I'm going around to different parts of my chest voice. Okay. Now, as I'm doing this, like this, that sounds sort of like vibrato, but it's actually more of a tremolo. I'm maintaining whatever pitch, and I'm bringing in more volume and less volume. That's not necessarily vibrato. That's more like tremolo. But now we let our larynx float. We manipulate it a little bit like this. So that's totally loose. I'm letting my tongue be super loose, and I'm bringing this up and down. Okay, I told you were going to sound ridiculous. Now, let's move the pitch up and down more. We're doing all these things at once. It's kind of like this. Now, start to make this a bit more mild. You're convulsing like this, that tremolo. Start to make the tremolo a bit less. We're keeping loose up here, and we're doing less abrupt convulsing down here. This is starting to unlock, as I bring my pitch around, pitch variance in my bouncing. I'm going to land on a note. Huh. There's vibrato. One more thing to experiment with. And before I share this, you have to understand that vibrato, as it finds you, it is a multifaceted, multi-textured, multi-muscled sort of thing. It's not one thing. And so by engaging all these parts of your body in different ways, you let the vibrato find you. Okay? Here's the last thing. Start engaging your head voice by moving the pitch around and then backing off the pressure so that you crack into head voice. Backing off the pressure. I told you you need a good understanding of how your support works so that you can find that break as you're working around your chest/head resonance. Your break is your friend here. Don't try to eliminate your break. Go with it. As I learn to back off pressure, like I was talking about earlier, and I keep everything loose by moving the pitch around, by keeping my larynx floating, manipulating the back of my tongue and soft palate, I start discovering how bouncy I can make the sound. Once you discover how it feels to bounce that sound around while everything is super fluid, you can start to hone it. Notice how I transitioned by backing off pressure from chest voice to head voice, and I let my voice bounce into the head voice. This is how my vibrato found me and how it can find you too. Experiment with this. Hone it. Don't reject anything as you're dialing this in. Leave comments below. Let me know what you thought. If you want more tips like this, I offer tons of unconventional ways to discover what your body can do for your voice, help you learn about your voice in my free course, and much more in my other courses. Click that link below and join my free course. We'll see you for more.
We stand with the belief to be you, to be heard, and to be original.
Rawr.